Hi. Hello. I don't know what to say. I feel silly. Okay. Hey guys, it's Haley. If I haven't met you, it's really nice to meet you, and I'm happy you're here. So this is my first video in a long time. It's actually not the first one I filmed, but it's the first one that I'm actually going to post. A little bit about me. I am about to be 22 this month on the 23rd, and I just got married about 2 months ago. It did not look like what I thought it would, and not in a bad way. Things aren't terrible. Things are actually going really well now, but I thought it would be really cool to have an open dialogue about marriage. And I feel like it's important to know because I felt blindsided by a lot of things because of ideals and stuff put into my head by society or the church or whatever the reason is. I had these ideas built up in my head that I know a lot of my friends have as well. And so I just wanted to make a little series starting with this video called What They Did Not Tell You About Getting Married. And I am here to tell you them, to unlock some secrets that you might not know about. Maybe you did, maybe it's just me, and here I am, looking dumb. So the first thing that they don't tell you about getting married, that I was not told about getting married, was that you can feel lonely. I had this idea of marital bliss, of being with the person I love, and we're gonna do everything together, and I'm gonna see them every day, opposed to, you know, the 1 or 2 times a week that I did see them before, and it's gonna be so awesome, and that was not reality for me. So I come from a family of 5, and so I'm always used to someone being home, someone being there, and the way my husband and I schedule is set up right now is that he goes to full-time Bible school and then he is also working full-time. So I get home at 6 p.m. every day from work, but he doesn't get home till 10:30. And so I had a really hard time because I was in a new home, in a new neighborhood, in the dark, because it's winter time, by myself. And I felt very alone. And I wish I could say, oh my gosh, all that time motivated me to do all this stuff, but it really didn't. I was in this place where I felt like I was mourning the loss of a season in my life. I was closing this chapter, the only chapter I've ever known, being with my parents. And I mean, I went away for 2 years for college, but that didn't really, it's just not the same. And so I felt like I was mourning a loss of the season, but also like the happiest I'd ever been. And so I was in this weird like beep 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 beep, like weird robot mode. Why did I do that? Anyways, moving on. I was in this weird mode where I didn't really know how to feel or what to do. My poor husband, he's been amazing, but he was like, dude, are you good? Like, do you regret getting married? Are you okay? Because you're not acting like yourself. It's getting better. It is getting a lot better.
I was pooping the whole time.
Oh my god. I feel like this whole video is just so you know that you're not the only one. And if you're gonna get married or about to get married, to maybe switch some ideals that were built up in our mind by society or whatever. So that's number 1, is that you can be lonely, and it's okay if you feel lonely. It happens. And it is in no way a reflection of you being a terrible wife or anything like that. It's just part of a transition season. Number 2 is that the only Proverbs 31 woman is the woman in Proverbs 31. And if you don't know what I mean, there is a scripture in the Bible in Proverbs 31. And it is talking about this amazing woman who has like no fear, and she just does all this stuff for her family, and she is just the most incredible thing. Look it up, it's amazing. But I think as a woman of God, as someone raised in the church, they're like, Proverbs 31 woman, I'm Proverbs 31 woman, be Proverbs 31 woman. And so I had this idea in my head of how I was going to be, that yeah, I was going to clean because my husband is not, I mean, he's literally busy 14 and a half hours a day. He's going Monday through Friday. And so I was like, no, I'm going to make sure like I cook for him, and the house is going to be tidied up, and whatever else. That was not the case, dude. I was so in this weird mental space that I felt so unmotivated, which led me to feel like a terrible wife, a terrible person, because oh my gosh, I'm not living up to the expectations. I'm nowhere near a Proverbs 31 woman, all this kind of stuff. And finally, in talking to God, I was like, God, I can't do this. I thought I was equipped. My whole life, I was like, I'm gonna be the most amazing wife. And I'm freaking not, dude. like, whatever, I'm not. So I just want to encourage you, ladies. It's great. Proverbs 31 is an amazing thing to model after, but we can't be her. None of us can be her. She's the only her. So you be the only you. You be the best wife you could be, the wife that God's called you to be. Serve your husband the way God has called you to, and that's your obligation. That's it. This whole video, just kind of take from it what you want. Whatever, you know, take it or leave it, is what it is. I just thought it'd be really cool to have an open dialogue with people about what I'm going through as I'm walking through marriage, because it can be so annoying when these women who are like years and years and years into marriage are saying how, oh yeah, I walked through this. Well, like, what do you freaking do for you, Susan? But I'm going through this now, and you make it sound so easy. So I just thought I would document this process as it's happening. And I just really wanted to have an open chat about it. So if you have anything that you want me to talk about or have questions about, either drop it in a comment or DM me on my Instagram. I'll put everything below all my social medias. And let's talk. Let's figure this whole wife life thing out together. Why not? Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. If you liked the video, then let me know. Give it a like. If you don't hit anything, because if you hit the thumbs down button, I'm gonna feel bad. But let's have a chat. Let's talk. Comment. Say hi. I'll say hi back. And what's the other thing? Subscribe. In my video. I just hear it in my video.